Hey YouTubers, my name is Jess and I'm a thriftaholic. Today I have a thrift with me. I am in Burlington, Iowa, and I live in Illinois. So I took a little drive and decided to come thrift. I had a donation of stuff, which I went and got that last night for my son. But anyways, I had a donation of stuff to drop off. I need some new hand soap at Bath & Body Works so I can get my fall going on. And decided to go thrifting. I tried going to Salvation Army, but the place is open later here, so I'm at the Goodwill, which I always find great stuff here. Their hard goods are usually well priced. Today I'm going to focus on seasonal decor. It is September of 2020 and people are thinking of fall. Halloween things sell decent. If they're vintage Halloween, they do even better. Also, Christmas. I love selling vintage Christmas or Mr. Christmas stuff. So let's head inside. The parking lot is quite full. I'm a little concerned there'll be too many people, so I don't know if I'll film much in here. Depending on how long I'm here, I would like to swing by Salvation Army in Burlington. I haven't been there for several years, like since I started reselling, so it's probably been about 5 years. Yeah, so come join me. Let's see if we can find anything to flip for a profit. Hopefully you don't mind my voiceover because Goodwill had music playing quite loudly. So here we go. LuLaRoe Elegant. I had never seen that kind of tag before, but it was a shirt, not a dress, and you know I won't pay much for LuLaRoe. So I'm flipping through and I really tried to walk past the clothes to go to hard goods because I wanted not to stay in the store for too long. Yeah, that failed. That was a cute owl shirt. I probably would have worn that like 10 years ago. I don't even know, honestly, why I'm looking in shirts. They don't resell for much. Okay, so this was 100% silk, a vintage one with shoulder pads, complete with sequins and beading. It would have been $4, or no, $3.88. I have sold this brand before. It was a very slow sale, but I wanted to give it a shot. However, I ended up putting that back because it was missing some beading. I took a second look, which is always a great idea before you buy something. I loved this top with like the knot in the front. I was thinking about it for myself, but those colors, no thanks. And I don't even know why I'm looking in the white tops, honestly. It's hard to sell white, even find it in the thrift completely clean. This was vintage. It had interesting print on it, kind of Parisian. Didn't find a whole lot. I was specifically looking for ThredUP or vintage for me to sell myself, and they had green tags or 50% off. There we've got some Franco Sarto boots. At first I thought those might be a winner, but they're just by Sporto, so those were left behind. Those were no names. I think all those were kind of no names. And again, I gravitate towards patterned things like clothing. It just kind of speaks to me. And so I'm just kind of flipping through. I don't know why. I always get sucked in. It was a pretty print, but it was just like thin. It wasn't a knit. If it was a duster, I would have considered it. Just going through. Now this is Burlington, Iowa, which, you know, is not necessarily a city. I ended up putting that in my cart. Green tags, like I said, were half off. So it would have been about $3. But due to seasonality, I put it back and it seemed to be a little bit of an older style. But as you see here, I do not find the typical, like this is my typical, guys. I have a very hard time finding like Madewell. I've never found Madewell or Revolve or Mother or any of those things that you guys always are talking about and showing on Instagram. I never find in my local areas, unfortunately. Even when I travel like 3 hours and go north and south. I just live in central Illinois, so it's kind of difficult, but I try my best. So that's why I have most luck with vintage, because that's usually what I find. I love the colors and the plaid, not so much the style, so I put that back. That was interesting. The shoulder pads were humongous. An oversized blazer. I find lots of Marisas, but Unless it's given to me, I won't sell Maurice's. I used to sell it all the time when I first started reselling 4 years ago. I'm just flipping through. Nothing's catching my interest. A lot of, like 90s, but nothing. There's some tapestry jackets. They can resell decent, but they just weren't a desirable pattern. Again, this is probably Y2K with all the grommets. Thread and Supply, that was newer, but doesn't resell very well. This brand, Sissies, just like the name of it, it was kind of funny. It was just pretty color, but it was really basic, so I passed. The silk caught my attention. Checked it out, but it was almost $6. And due to the style, I put it back. This piece, loved it, like a 90s oversized blazer. Totally reminded me of like Saved by the Bell, something Kelly would have worn, but it was almost $6. It passed. Maybe I should have picked it up, I don't know. Here we have like a 90s Maurice's, but due to the style, I decided to put it back. Joan Rivers, it used to be sold on QVC. I don't know if it still is. So here we have a vintage Guess denim jacket. I love the wash. It said it was a medium, but it was very small, like probably an extra small. Didn't have the triangle logo, but it had the question mark. At first I put up my cart, but due to the size and style, I did put it back. I didn't check comps, and maybe I should have, but I don't know. I think the last Guess jacket I had took almost a year to sell, so it went back on the rack. I thought about getting this cupcakes and cashmere jacket for myself. It was like a faux suede moto open front jacket. I also thought maybe I could resell it, but you can get those brand new on eBay for about $20. Okay, so those Danskos were a total score. If shoes aren't marked, they're just $4.88. Those were maybe worn once, and they're a larger size. I like the style of these Ben Shermans. They're men's. They were kind of worn on the soles. I put those in my cart, but I later looked them up, and you can get brand new Ben Shermans for $20 on eBay. So those went back as well. These Steve Maddens were super cute, but they felt very cheap. If they were Steve by Steve Maddens, which has a higher resale value, I would have picked those up. Here I'm looking at another pair of Danskos, but they had a white scuff on the side that I didn't want to chance, so I did end up putting those back. Alright, so I should have told you what time I went in the store. I was there probably an hour and a half at Goodwill here in Burlington, and I found the normal stuff. I never find high-end clothing. A lot of it, as you could see from my thrift with me, is like vintage. I was kind of disappointed. They didn't really have much. Actually, they didn't have any Halloween costumes. I usually find some really cool vintage pieces as far as clothes, but I mean, I got decent. As you saw, I got like brand new Danskos for $5, which you can't beat that. So I'm here at my favorite takeout place. So actually you can dine into, but it's called Teriyaki Madness. If you guys are ever in Burlington, Iowa, you really need to check it out. If you're into teriyaki and some rice and noodles, it's delicious. So I'm just waiting on my food to get ready so I can go pick it up. Actually, no, the dining room is closed right now, so only pick up, but stick around and I'll do a quick little haul. Spent $44. Okay, so like I said, I spent $44, and I'm just going to show you everything I got. I haven't taken the prices off, and then I will put the expected sale price up in the corners just to kind of give you guys an idea. I love selling vintage Christmas, like I have stated before. In here is just like a vintage Christmas tree topper. I always try to test out when I buy things from far away. Well, it wasn't really far away, but this one is made in Taiwan. I'm guessing 80s. I can usually sell these for like $20, and it was 88 cents. I got this for myself, but I could also flip it if I wanted to. I paid $5.88 for this. It is brand new. It's like the push-up bra, but it's the sticky kind, and I've never had one from Victoria's Secret. It does actually have optional straps I see in here, which is kind of weird because there's nowhere to attach them. So, but yeah, I think I'll keep that for myself because I'm very limited with what I can wear because I can't really go braless. So, okay, I was so tempted. Okay, so I didn't film hard goods in the store because there were so many people. I wouldn't be able to get good footage, but somebody donated all of their like 80s strawberry kitchen decor, and this one was the only one I picked up because I think this is what I could make money on. It is House of Lloyd 1994, so it isn't even 80s, it's 90s, but still sealed in the package, and it's just a little cute calendar that you can personalize. Isn't that darling? It's got the little notepad, and you can hang it up. Since it was new in the box, it's $1.88. So that's always good. I'm guessing I don't know, I'll check comps, but this would most likely sell like on eBay or Etsy. I had another shopper tell me twice. First, she really commented on these plastic mid-century modern like green swirl cups. I don't know if you can see how gorgeous they are. My lighting isn't the best outside, but it's very pretty. They were 2 for 88 cents, and I bought 2, 4, 6. I bought 8. They are stamped on the bottom, Chicago. There's vintage, I'm trying to think what it says. Okay, I can read it to you guys. Quality molding, Chicago, Illinois, USA. And I've sold from this same company, I've sold like a red dish set. But because of the colors, I think these will do well. Anyways, this person seemed pretty interested. She didn't ask me if she could buy them off of me, but first she's like, oh, those are so pretty. And then later, you know, like we're in a different row and she comes up to me. She's like, oh, can I feel them? I'm like, yeah. So it's very delicate plastic. It's not chipped or cracked, but it made me nervous shipping those. Yeah, so I believe the rest are closed except for the Dansko shoes that you guys saw before. I went back through my cart. If you saw in my thrift, it was completely full of clothes and stuff. And because if you watch any of my previous videos, you know that I've been selling on ThredUP for about 2 months. And I currently don't have any labels. I have a box ready to ship. I don't have any clean out kit labels, so I can't actually send anything. So I'm trying to grow my ThredUP business. It's kind of hard when you can't send stuff in. So we'll see. I had a lot of things to specifically go to ThredUP that I ended up putting back. They were half off, so they would have only been $3. But I don't want any of my money tied up if I can't send it for like a month. So I will wait and thrift when I have labels ready. Here's just a CJ Banks. This was $3, but it is plus size. It's just like a black embroidered jacket. It's very classic. I think that will sell. I put back some of the louder printed things and I found some flaws on the other items. I did closely inspect a lot of things and noticed like 3 or 4 of the things were flawed. So I'm glad I closely inspected. I was getting ready to leave and went through. They had like a round rack of coats. They had decent ones, but I'm very, very cheap, so I didn't want to pay $6 for them. Here is a nice puffer. Calvin Klein. What size is this? It's like a small. So this was $6, but it's in like new condition. I really like the style of it. ThredUP. Price is Calvin Klein pretty high. Okay, so here's the Danskos that you saw in the thrift. These are a size 40. There's little teeny tiny pebbles like in between. So they have been worn, but I'm guessing once because there's like no sign of wear anywhere else. I can't remember what a size 40 translates to, if it's like a 9.5, 10. I'll have to double check, but. So those are $5. This is a really pretty pastel knit jacket. It's vintage. Here's the tag. And it says it's a size 18, but you know, vintage 18 is not really an 18. It has a cream acetate lining. I have to wash it, I think, but this is very pretty. Like a light, it's like a lilac and a white with blue, pink, and tan throughout. And it's almost like a nubby knit. It's kind of hard to explain. I'll obviously sell that one myself. This was a more modern career piece, so I went ahead and picked this one up. It's CJ Banks, and this one was $3. So, it's just, you know, like a nice classic. Here's a cool ringer tee for Cornell College. Made in the USA. Extra large. It looks like an extra large. And you're not going to be able to see the stitching because it's great. Oh no, actually you can, because I have an awesome phone. Single stitch. Heathered gray. I'll have to look at my receipt. I don't know if I paid $2 or $4 for that. I don't know what I'll sell it for yet. Here is Chico's. It was an interesting, has like a silver metallic and also like multicolor thread throughout. It's a size 3, which is vanity sizing. It was half off, so it's, you know, $3. That'll go to ThredUP. And right before I was checking out, as I was putting all my other items back that I did not want, I came across this pleated midi denim skirt from Lee. Well, I guess there's the button. There's no big patch or anything because Lee was never known to. Lee was always kind of like the wannabe Levi's, if I remember correctly. And it says it's a 16, but I can tell you now it is not. It is probably an 8. High-waisted. With like huge pockets. So, probably list that for like 30. And that's my small haul, guys. I mean, kind of disappointed. I spent an hour and a half and only got those few items, but I'm trying to be a little bit more selective. Probably also because Monday is Labor Day, and so you know all the thrift stores, or most of the thrift stores, are having some kind of sale, including my local Salvation Army, where everything, well, okay, all the clothes are 50% off, which only happens on major holidays, well, holidays in general, which is the first sale since they've had since COVID. So you know I'm going to be there at opening. I'm also doing a collaboration with my sister for like a short little vlog. Apparently we're also going to do a YouTube live, which will be my first time. So stay tuned for an announcement probably on YouTube and my Instagram. So thank you guys for joining me, and have a thriftlicious day.